Hey, it's Tony at Smart Toyota Madison. Hey, today we've got a 2023 Toyota Corolla Cross L Edition all-wheel drive. L is the entry edition on the Corolla Cross for 2023. Let's get started right up front and see what we can learn. So the L Edition entry level, next one up would be the LE and then the XLE for 2023. Base price on this one comes in at just under $26,000 with destination fees, and again, this is your all-wheel drive edition. Now this one has an extra charge paint color, wind chill pearl. It's $4.25 extra. Let me know in the comments if you'd pay extra for it. I think it's a great color. I probably would. So the headlight assembly on the L Edition, this again is your entry-level headlight assembly. So we've got LED headlights, projector style LED headlights, daytime running lights, halogen turn signals, and they really do sweep around to the side quite nicely, give it a nice aggressive look. What the LE does not have that you'll find on an the L does not have but you'll find on an LE is this does not have the turn signals in the mirrors. So we'll talk more about that as we come back to the side of the vehicle. But as far as the grille up front, we do have a metallic painted grille here, surround, and then a matte black finish on the main part of the grille. We've got that Toyota badge right in the middle of the grille as well, and that behind there is the dynamic radar cruise control. So even though this is your entry level, it does have Safety Sense 3.0. So you have dynamic radar cruise control, lane tracing assist, road sign assist, pre-collision, all part of the 3.0. It also reads the road signs as well, part of Safety Sense 3.0. Now the lower fascia here is the ABS plastic, scratch and dent resistant, easy to replace. Fog lights are not standard on the LE or the L Edition. You could have those added at the dealership, but not standard. And then it's interesting, the lower fascia is painted color to match the wind chill pearl like the rest of the vehicle. So maybe a little less flashy up front, but definitely just as stylish and durable as the other trims. Let's go ahead and slide around to the side here. Take a quick look at our wheel and tire setup on the L Edition. So your front wheel and tire setup, this is an all-season tire. That's a 17-inch wheel. And the tire itself is a 215/65 series tire, so it's got a nice beefy sidewall. That's going to give you a smoother ride than say a low profile tire on there. We have McPherson strut suspension up front. It's a fully independent front suspension, four-wheel disc brakes with ventilated front disc brakes up front, traction control and ABS is standard, and then this is a steel wheel with a vinyl wheel cover on there, so a little more durable than say an aluminum wheel. If you curb it, it's easier to replace these wheel covers versus an entire wheel. The over fenders are ABS plastic, matte black finish, matches quite nicely with the front bumper. Easy to replace if you do pick up a dent or ding. You just unscrew the little screws here, order one through the parts department, pop it off and replace it. You really don't even need the body shop to get that done if you do pick up any of those dents and dings. Same thing with the lower rocker panels. Again, ABS plastic, matte black finish, and you can see they're just mounted right on top of the door panels. So if you do pick up a scratch, a dent, or a ding, clip a curb here, you're going to be able to replace it quite easily. Now even the L Edition does have painted to match outside door handles, and you do get a keyless entry system. It's not the smart keyless entry system, but it is standard on there. There's a nice look at the side profile. Your outside mirrors are matte black finish, no turn signals. They do fold in, so if you've got a tight garage, it's going to make it easy to pull in and park your car inside a tight garage. They also break away, so if somebody clips them with a grocery cart, it's going to minimize damage. We do have heating elements in the mirrors, and these are power outside mirrors as well. Notice the trim up and over the door and your C panel or your B panel here do have the ABS scratch resistant plastic on there as well. That's pretty darn durable ABS plastic, And the nice thing is it doesn't need to be painted. If you do pick up a scratch, as I said before, you can easily replace them at your home in your own garage. Gas door is going to be right here on the driver's side. Notice the over fender on the back wheel here does bleed over into the door, and again, easy to remove and replace. Hopefully this color shows up good in the camera. This is a pearl white, kind of a brighter pearl white. And then one other thing about the Corolla Cross, Toyota is doing this on other vehicles, but you can see here in the lens, hopefully you can see it, it's written or embossed with the Corolla Cross name, the vehicle name. And then up here as well, Corolla Cross embossed right there as well. Blacked out shark fin antenna, colored to match rear spoiler, rear window defrost. The L Edition does not have privacy glass. That is something that the dealer could install locally, or you can also order it. Chrome badging on the Corolla and the Corolla Cross, chrome Toyota badge, and also the chrome all-wheel drive badge on the back here as well. Your rear window defrost is here. L Edition does not have the rear washer wiper, and we do have an LED third brake light. What I like about that is it's on the back side of the glass, so when you wash your window, you actually clean the third brake light as well. The lower fascia on the bumper here, same thing that we saw up front. This is a reflector, and then the lower part here is painted colored to match the vehicle. There is a backup camera right here, and the lift gate is not powered, but it does open up nice and high and large and out of your way. The L Edition does not come with floor mats. It is an extra. All-weather floor liners are an extra on the L Edition. Let's go ahead and check out the trunk. So being a compact SUV, the trunk does open up like so, nice and high. That's not a power lift gate on there. Don't really need it. It's not too high to reach up. I'm 5'7", I can reach no problem. It's also pretty lightweight. The rear end, or the rear cargo area on the L Edition, I keep saying LE, I apologize, on the L Edition is pretty utilitarian and functional. Here's another one of those Corolla Cross logos that they've hidden throughout the vehicle, but it does open up nice and wide, largely unobstructed, so easy to get things in and out. This would be an awesome vehicle for Uber and Lyft drivers, just because there's so much cargo room back here and you don't need a big SUV most of the time when you're hauling people's luggage to and from the airport. It's a nice flat floor. You can see that the seats do fold down, so I've got 60% down there. You can also drop down 40% over here, and you don't necessarily have to take the headrest off. As long as you move those front seats forward enough, then you can pull them back after you get the seats dropped down. But again, a really nice flat floor on here. There's a cargo light. There is a place if you want a cargo cover, you can order that as an accessory. It's not included. There's some storage down on the side here. Great place to stow your odds and ends so they don't roll around in the back. And then as far as underneath the cargo area, here's your spare tire. That's going to be a full-size temporary spare tire, and it's got all these nice little cubbies throughout here. And I think there'd be enough room down underneath here if you want to stow your jumper cables or emergency equipment. You should be able to get that stuff in there quite easily. Like I say, if you're Uber or a Lyft driver, because you have roadside assistance, you could almost take that out, especially if you're just running around town, so that you've got that additional cargo room as well. And then this all folds back like so, and it's nice and flat. There are some tie-down hooks in all four corners of the back area, but there's a lot of room in here. You'd be surprised once you drop those seats down. If you want to do maybe an overnight weekend camp trip, you're going to be able to do that. And then with those seats down up here, there's some additional storage in there. So if you really want to load it up, maybe you're moving some items, you're going to be able to do that pretty easily in the back of a Corolla Cross L Edition. Should be a good little errand car, if you will. Corolla Cross is standard with a gasoline engine, and rumor has it in 2023, probably later in 2023, they're going to offer this as a hybrid system. But for now, this is your 2-liter 16-valve gasoline engine. connected to a CVT automatic transmission. The fuel economy, combined fuel economy, comes in at 30 miles per gallon. This is your all-wheel drive edition. Horsepower, 169 horsepower. They use the same engine on the Corolla sedan as well, and it's a pretty tried and true, pretty darn good engine. The engine and transmission have a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty on them with no deductible. And then every Toyota does include Toyota Care. Toyota Care covers your basic maintenance, so you're going to cover your oil changes, your fluid top-offs. Toyota also covers your tire rotations for the first 2 years or 25,000 miles. And then also included is roadside assistance for the same 2-year, 25,000 miles. So a really great warranty package. Again, no deductible. Just a really great setup on there, and a tried and true high quality power plant. So let's check out the driver's door before we sit inside. The interior on this one is going to be the light gray cloth interior. So the upper door panel is that light gray with a black plastic door handle. One touch up and down on all 4 windows. The driver's window is backlit. Power door locks, power mirrors, standard. A little bit of silver trim there. Bottle holders on the doors here, and then speakers on the doors as well. So really hitting all the sweet spots. Not a lot of flash, but definitely very practical, and all that solid plastic trim is pretty darn durable as well. I'm not a big fan of the upper door panel being a light color. It does show the fingerprints a little bit more, but it does also give you a sense of more room inside because it's brighter. The driver's seat is a manual forward and backwards. It also has a height adjustment as well as a reclining back, height adjustable headrest, height adjustable seat belts, and then the side airbags. They're built actually in the seat, so they move along with you as you move your seat forward for the best positioning. Up on the dashboard, there's 4 of these vents, up, down, left, and right, on and off. And again, the upper part of the dashboard is a light gray color. Down here we've got our dimmer switch for our dash lights, automatic high beams on and off. That's a great feature. And then we've got our hood release here, and the gas door release is going to be down on the floor. Dead pedal brake and accelerator where you'd expect them. And then we have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel is here. Let's go ahead and sit inside and check it out. Behind the wheel of the Corolla Cross, I think there's quite a bit of legroom and headroom up here. It doesn't come with the sunroof, so the headroom is excellent, and the seats slide back really far. Let me see if I move the seat back. Yeah, if I move the driver's seat back, I don't think I could drive it, but with it all the way back, but a 6-footer would be comfortable, and the ability to raise and lower the height of the seat is nice too. Steering wheel is a vinyl steering wheel. It's not heated. It is padded, so fairly comfortable, but not overly plush. On this side are your cruise control settings. So this pod here and this pod here, it's identical on all of the Corolla Crosses. So they all have dynamic radar cruise control. Sorry about that. My light's going funky on me. They all have dynamic radar cruise control. They all have lane tracing assist. They have Safety Sense 3.0. Radio controls here. Over on this side, we have controls for the information center, which is up in the gauge cluster. Take a look at that in just a minute. Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone and voice activation for your smartphone. So all the upscale features, just a little bit more generic in style. There's no chrome. There's nothing flashy on the steering wheel. There's the driver's side airbag with the, of course, the Toyota Chrome badge. Over on this side are your wiper controls, and again, this one only has front washer wiper controls, not back, but they do have the high-low, and they're also intermittent settings as well, kind of a fixed interval on those intermittent wipers. Headlights are over here. We do have daytime running lights, and we also have automatic high beams. The L Edition does not have the auto on and off headlights, though. Let's go ahead and turn that light down. I want to start up the vehicle. First of all, I'll let you know that we do have a keyless entry system, but not the push button start, so you do need to put the key in the ignition. I'll go ahead and do that and give it a go so you can see what it looks like when I start it up. There's a new chime for 2023 on the Corolla as well. The gauge cluster is again very functional and utilitarian. Tach and temperature on this side, white on a black background. Same thing over here for your speedometer, your fuel gauge over here. And then right smack dab in the center, we've got a digital speedometer, outside temperature, and we can also toggle through using the controls right here if we want to go through and take a look at, for example, our fuel economy. And then if we want to personalize any of those safety settings, we can also do all of that. There's radio station settings. So all those things can be controlled with your fingertips right here on the steering wheel. This is the same instrument cluster that you would get on the LE edition. Again, this is the L edition here. Now turning our attention over to the center console. So for 2023, they have a redesigned sound system on the Corollas. So the head unit has been redesigned. Last year there was 4 buttons down this side, 4 buttons on this side, and 1 more dial over here. Well, they redesigned the software for 2023, so now there's just the one on and off and the volume switch, and then everything else is touch sensitive, and it's more responsive than it used to be. On the L edition, you still get AM, FM, you get XM satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatible. All of that is standard. Navigation's not available at this level. The center stack on here really is exactly like what we would find on the LE edition. So we've got, I guess the one difference was the LE would have automatic temperature control, driver side only. This is your manual heating and air conditioning. Front window defrost, rear window defrost, which also when you turn that on does heat up the outside mirrors. So when you tap the rear window defrost, the outside mirrors are heated and the ice and snow melts away. Take a look down in the center area here. You'll notice there's 3 separate blank spots for accessories that the L does not come with. You do have a USB-C plug right there, and then there's some storage up under here. Turn that up so you can see that storage up in this area. This is not wireless charging, just a little storage cubby. Traction control and traction controls here. Auto on and off for your engine to save a little extra fuel economy. You can turn that on and off right there. And then again, this is a CVT transmission. They do have a little bit of black and silver trim around here, gloss black trim as well. And then as we move back a little bit further, that's where we find our cup holders. So 2 cup holders here, parking brake and brake holder here. And then under the armrest, this is a fabric armrest here. I do like the fact that they made this black, even though the seats are light gray. Obviously it's a major touch point, so it won't show the dirt as much as the light gray. A little bit of a storage cubby here, and then we do have a 12-volt outlet, and we also have a USB-C there. And if I turn my light down, you might be able to see that that's actually backlit, so you can see it at night. And then there's little channels right here that allow you to guide your cables through, so you can run your cords out and still close your armrest. Here's another look at your front seats. Passenger assist grip, visor with mirrors, no lights on the mirrors, and the visors do come out, but there's no extensions on the L edition visors. Take a look overhead. We've got a new LED ring light up here on the top. Here's your safety connect, so if you need roadside assistance, tap that button. Toyota will get you some help out on the road. Your rear view mirror is your standard day-night mirror, no compass, nothing like that, just your basic flip the switch for different settings. So pretty utilitarian, but not a lot to go wrong, and really a great vehicle for, like I say, Uber, Lyft drivers. I would strongly recommend this. All-wheel drive L edition. The back seat, the cargo area really is a big advantage for this one. Taking a look in the back seat, the doors are very similar to what we saw up front. There are cup holders on the doors back here, bottle holders, power windows. There's a speaker down very low in the door. Not a lot of flash, really practical. The back seats have pockets not on the driver's seat, but there's a pocket there on the passenger seat. There's rear seat vents, heating vents. There's no place to plug anything in back here, so if you are using it for Uber or Lyft, your passengers aren't going to really have a place to plug in. Seating in the back, 3 seat belts, room for 3 adults, 3 children comfortably, 3 adults for short rides. Lots of headroom, so if you do use it again for Uber and Lyft, you're gonna have plenty of headroom for your passengers. And then these back seats do fold down like so. In order to get it come all the way down, it's best to slide the seat forward, let it flop all the way down. You can also remove those headrests out of there, but again, a lot of functionality in the back with those seats being able to fold down. There's a cargo light up there, and then there's also passenger assist grips right here on the side. So very functional, very practical, very durable. There you go. That's the Corolla Cross L Edition for 2023. Thought I'd give you one last look in its native environment. All-wheel drive. This one's ready to go, man. What a great looking little crossover. Hey, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.